crack you up, tat you up, then
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Trailblazers focused as they walked into the locker room earlier on. Their job is basic tonight. Get a win on their home court. The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Chicago Bulls as they go up against the Portland Trailblazers here at Moda Center. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And getting into the second part of November here, a quick glance at the power rankings. Let's see how everyone started out. You look at the Pelicans. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
And when you look at Portland, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlooked them as a top team.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. In the backcourt, it's Ball and Levine. Vucevic is out there with Williams, and it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. And for Portland, you've got Paul. The machine is out there with the dude. Then it's Curry, and it's Paul in at the 3 spot. Some talent for sure in the backcourt tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across from another top-level guard?
Oh, it always raises the stakes, and you want to rise to that challenge. But in the end, it all comes back to winning as a team. You just don't realize how difficult it is to hit a shot that deep. And that was sweet.
DeRozan against Paul. DeRozan passes to Vucevic over Paul. 5 to shoot, and it's off the back rim. No good. For Portland, they won their last contest, that game against the Raptors. Out to the right wing. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for Portland.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Paul against Ball. In the corner, it's Levine. Vucevic trying to get open. And there's Levine on the assist by Ball.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Now here's Curry. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Paul for 3. No good there. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. It's a 3-point game. Levine kicks to Ball. Passes it to Vucevic. Levine inside the 3-point line. Offensive rebound. He gets it in there.
And how about the hustle from Vucevic there on the glass, securing that precious second chance opportunity for the team.
Now here's Curry. From deep. That shot, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Ball with the bucket.
It was so hard to knock Lonzo Ball off his center of gravity. That time, a good job of keeping his composure around the challenge.
Now when Lonzo Ball entered the league in 2017, Greg, there were major questions about his shooting. And he struggled, of course, during his rookie year.
Yeah, and shooting 30% from deep and under 50% at the line. But credit to Lonzo. He's put major work into his stroke, getting that free throw percentage to over 75% during his 4th year in the league. And his three-point numbers, they've also improved greatly.
Paul for 3. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
DeRozan passes to Levine. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Levine's got 6 points.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line, and I like to see that.
Oh!
Man, talk about finding change in the couch. How do you get that?
Here's Ball. Here's Williams. And it's Portland with the rebound. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Sort of representative of how they each finished the season. One a playoff team, the other on the outside looking in. I think things may play out the same way this year, too.
Here's DeRozan. That one doesn't drop. Some solid D from Paul. Trailblazers leading by 5. Curry from deep three-point land. And another 3 for Portland. So it's Chicago now. Ball kicks to DeRozan. At the elbow, Williams. Paul with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. Paul passes to O'Brien. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
You cannot afford to do that when you're in an opponent's building. You got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's top scoring teams. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down.
Right side, Ball. Kicks it to Levine. To stop the run.
And Kevin, you tend to forget this about Levine. I mean, he's still so young. You feel like he's been in the league forever.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Portland?
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
I'm loving the ping-pong action of the ball tonight. A decent number of assists so far.
The main piece of the Jimmy Butler Minnesota trade in 2017, Zach LaVine stepped into a bigger role with the Bulls, averaging over 25 points per game during his 3rd season in the Windy City.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Curry against Levine. Off target from three-point range. You know, Greg, I was just thinking about Zach LaVine and his age. He's just now in his mid to late 20s.
And he's grown so much since that rookie year. Excited to see what numbers he can put up as he gets ready to enter into his prime.
Now Curry. 11 points in the game. Count the basket. And it's 8 points for Cool Hands.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Ball with a wide open look. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Consistency from the mid-range. That's what you want from Lonzo Ball.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Outside Curry. Lets the 3 fly. The shot, no good. And it's Chicago the other way. The wide open look here for Vucevic. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Vucevic has got his 2nd basket of the night. Vucevic has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Curry deciding where to go with it. From outside the arc. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Pass to Vucevic. Back to Ball. The 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Some gamesmanship now as Ball saw 1 3 go. He said, I'll get one back on you.
Levine against Curry. From the stripe. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely.
Pass to White. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Chicago. They're down in 9th place so far, still early in the season.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they haven't attracted any serious attention here in the early season. It's been the kind of average start that most had predicted.
And after talking to some of the coaches and the players, they're not happy that they couldn't start off on a little bit more of a roll. But I think they're in fine shape with the bulk of the season still to come.
And still shooting well from beyond the arc. Their percentage down a bit in this quarter, but still respectable.
They've got Curry. Morant is out there with the dude. Then it's the machine, and it's Hart in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Ball against Morant. Ball, the pass to Vucevic. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
And once he becomes a little steadier from deep, watch out. Morant will be almost unstoppable offensively.
That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Curry's shot is off. Bulls trail by 12. Inside. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Always a battle when you're up against Vucevic. His soft touch helps him convert inside.
Curry against Williams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And so many teams looking to space the floor. Greg, how many non-shooters can you play and still have a good offense?
Well, I think most teams go 4 out, meaning you got to have at least 4 guys that are a threat on the perimeter, keeping a vertical spacer at that dunker spot. But if your dunker can also shoot, man, that puts even more pressure on the defense.
And he can't get the first one. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Paul's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
There's the pass to Dosunmu. And here is Williams. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers. Back to White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing. Dosunmu's shot is off. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Portland Trailblazers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
Vucevic down low, guarded by Curry. White. It's rebounded by Paul. Trailblazers leading by 13. Outside Curry. This one for 3. And the Trailblazers another 3.
He is just so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then use that beautiful spin to just blow by you.
White goes in. Over to the wing. Outside, Ball. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Vucevic against Curry. The tray. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
This story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now here's Dosunmu, guarded by Curry. Here's White. The rejection by Paul.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Pass to Dosunmu. Driving to the basket. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Curry's got 4 rebounds now tonight. From deep three-point range. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Ball with the bucket.
And aggressiveness from Lonzo showing that he's getting better and better at these quick offensive decisions.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, the league remains in love with three-pointers, but DeMar DeRozan remains true to his game. He says, if I see 100 people walking left, that doesn't mean I'm going to do the same. I see this clear path and want to stay right. Shooting threes, I feel like I'm settling, whereas I think anytime I drive, I'm going to score or get fouled. Kevin, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, but D.A., I love that strategy. Thanks for that story.
And with Coby White, you hate to see him settle. He's best when going at the rim. The defense wins if he takes that mid-range jumper.
Dosunmu's shot's good. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And Craig, with Coby White, he's a solid shooter, but teams have keyed in on him.
I just want to see him more in attack mode. He's a solid finisher when he gets in there, and it could take his game to the next level.
For the Trailblazers, Paul comes in for the Machine. And Poole subbed in for John Morant. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Vucevic. DeRozan comes in for Coby White. Levine's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Alex Caruso in for Ball. Stripped away. Curry way outside. The shot comes out, and Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Rosen dishes to Thompson. Good work defensively by Paul. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 16-6 run. Took him no time at all on that one. That's now 8 points for Mr. Perfect.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Poole finds Curry. Unloads from 13. That's good on the jump shot. The dude's got 9 points in the quarter.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there, just a gifted scorer.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's DeRozan. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
With 1 on the clock, that shot misses. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Vooch. They had it going the first 2 quarters. How do you turn that around defensively?
Just got to get one-on-one stops, do a better job helping each other, just, getting whatever they want on that end, and we have to do a better job. And, yeah, it's just simple, one-on-one stops when we help. Make sure the guy that helps, he gets help, and just keep rotating. We haven't done a good job with that. We're usually very good with that. So just got to focus, and come back and take it half ready. Then we can make it a game if we play better defensively.
Thanks for your time, man. Appreciate it. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Portland was looking great right away. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead as they strung together some excellent possessions early. As the first quarter came to a close, however, they found themselves up by just 4. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this league will continue.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
It's their defense that's put them in this spot. Giving up easy looks all over the place. It's like they don't have even a game plan in place. Check out the field goal percentage that they've allowed. Well, that's not going to cut it, Annie. I don't even want to talk about it no more.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Curry has been sensational.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. In the backcourt, it's Ball and Levine. DeRozan out there with...
And there's a reason Levine was a back-to-back champ at the slam dunk contest. He doesn't waste an opportunity to put on a show.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. On its way from Curry for 2. Ball with the rebound. And Chicago shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. He feeds it to Vucevic. Fader on the way. It's rebounded by Paul. Paul's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Curry. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Curry's got 29.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
To the inside. Vucevic. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist. 10 points for Vucevic.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Curry. Good.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Ball against Curry. Oh, Vucevic in position.
You see right there, that is why everybody is still very high on Lonzo Ball. Has a sixth sense for when to dish it.
Curry fires from way outside. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. Ball, the pass to DeRozan. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Curry's shot is off. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. DeRozan dishes to Williams. Pass the ball. A 3-ball. And it's Portland with the rebound. Paul's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And they pick up 2. Levine's got 12 points in the game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Curry's shot is off.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team. Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Now a timeout called by Portland. There's an element to Nikola Vucevic's game that fits well with most of the league's modern offensive scheme.
And with his inside-out game, he's a guy that can stretch the floor. And Kevin, when you look at today's
There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Outside, Levine. Shot clock at 5. Launches it. No good on the shot. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. It seems like nothing they do can go wrong as they string together one successful possession after another and are simply running away with this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Ja Morant, he's out there with Curry. And it's Cool Hands, and it's the dude, and it's O'Brien in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Sunday, the New York Knicks coming to town, tipping off a homestand for them.
And for that game against Indiana, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And both free throws good for Curry. And this August, the Summer League was back in Las Vegas, Greg, and that's where you're from, that's where you played. How pleased are you to see your hometown become a mecca for the game in the offseason?
Oh, it is such a proud moment for me, born and raised here, growing up here. And quite honestly, I'm just thrilled that we have Summer League again. After what we've gone through, partner, it is just a breath of fresh air to get back to focusing on the little things.
Here's Levine. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And over the years, Levine has put on the muscle, which helps him on those challenging finishes at the rim.
I mean, he is bringing his game, guys. Another jumper from distance.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. They get a hand on it. Paul with the ball. Now defended by Levine. Curry outside. Drills it from outside. Curry's got 40 points. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Blazers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They have not wasted any time here tonight. They've pushed it whenever they've had the opportunity and have gotten a lot of fast break points out of it.
And they'll get another chance. Jacks up a three. Chicago grabs the miss. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Curry against Levine from deep. Portland grabs the miss. Paul's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Bulls. Kick out to Levine. And a miss there on the triple.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Here's Ball. The kick out to Williams. From the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 7th assist here tonight. Here's Curry with the three. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And we are seeing a lot of star players now, Brent, gravitate to the big markets. Do you think the NBA will ever have something like a franchise tag similar to pro football?
That's an interesting idea. I don't think so. I don't know if the NBA Players Union would sign off on something like that. You know, the first thing that might be addressed is getting to a point where they're
around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Ball kicks to DeRozan. Ball, the pass to Williams. Outside, White. For a number of seasons, offensive output, Greg, has been on the rise, as we've seen. But last year, it went to a whole different level.
I mean, how about 2 years ago with Dallas? They had the greatest offensive season since all the way back in 1973, averaging over 116 points per 100 possessions. Get this, last year, 7 teams beat that record.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
And what body control. Even when White gets bodied up, he sticks with his shot.
Here's Curry with the three. Ball with the rebound. Bulls have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. White drives in, and it goes down 2 points. White's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
For Chicago, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Ball against Ball. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Ball. And that's now 20 points for DeMar DeRozan. Portland leading by 20. From past the arc, Curry gets the bucket.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
And it's White missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Ball, the pass to White. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Here's DeRozan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Trailblazers have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Curry can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The offensive rebound. Vucevic. Some solid D from Paul. Portland leading by 21. Curry with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. DeRozan with it. 2021 was an unusual season, to say the least, for players, coaches. Brett, there was a lot to adapt to. How do you think you would have handled the condensed schedule?
It's a good question, Kevin. I think just obviously you'd have work to do and show up every day to do it. And commend a lot of the players, not just in terms of the level of competition. It was all the other things that they had to do in order to suit up on a nightly basis, not playing in front of crowds. I mean, that is a love of the game type of season that, of course, I hope we never see again because of the circumstances around it. But the players do deserve a lot of credit, and the fans that hung in there and started to show up.
Good, he hits again.
Another 50-point game from him, and he is now third in the record books for most 50-point games in a season.
You know, G.A., you can't deny the greatness we've seen from him all year long. He has performed at the highest level, game in and game out.
His play this season has moved him past Kobe. Yes, Kobe Bean Bryant for most 50-point games in a season. I can still remember that incredible 2007 year for Kobe, and that has been bested.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, Clutch.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working, and no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. And so Curry will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's an 18-point lead from deep, and again for three. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Ball finds Levine. Brent is someone with on-court and front office experience. Just how valuable is a good relationship, do you think, between the players and a team's executive leadership?
Well, Kevin, I don't think it's much different than a good friendship. You know, take it away from the court and think about things in your life that impact you. It's somebody that shows that they care for you beyond what it is that you bring to the table. And that's the most important part about earning and trying to gain trust with the players that you bring into any program, is that you want to let them know that you care, and you want to let them know that you have interest in them as people first. And if you can get to that point, that foundation and platform to build out a player and to have him grow with the organization, that's a priceless relationship.
Here's Ball, drives to the hoop. No good with the layup. Trailblazers leading by 22. It's Curry outside. Another one goes. Incredible.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Portland.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was
for Clutch.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Can't cash in from close range. Connects again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And there's Levine on the assist by Vucevic.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Ball against Curry. For three, Levine. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Curry kicks to Paul. Fires the three. The shot by Curry, no good. Here's Ball. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Damian Lillard. Dame, you guys seem to be in a good groove right now. How do you keep the momentum going?
You take it one game at a time. You got to remember what makes you a successful basketball team, and that's us moving the ball, get up and down, and defend. And we've been able to do that.
It has all come together for you, Dame. Hope it keeps going. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.